Okay, so let's talk about some theories on the thing. The 82 version? Okay.
There's a lot of theories that, who is assimilated at the end. That it's not just two survivors surviving at the end of the movie. Because, I say surviving. They're definitely going to freeze to death and die.
Well, that's the theory, right? Do they die or do they not die?
I think it starts the chain all over again. Like, we've already proved that the alien, if it gets frozen, it just freezes. Right?
Yeah.
And so I think there's reasons that a lot of people think it's Kurt Russell, which I want to believe Kurt Russell's not assimilated through the movie. If he does get assimilated, it's at the end. But also, Childs, Keith David's character, is missing towards the end. So there's a lot of people that think it's him. But there's one part where Kurt Russell takes the drink of the whiskey, so his saliva's on the bottle, and he gives it to Keith David. And then Keith David takes it, and he grins at the end. And a lot of people take that as like, well, now Keith David's assimilated. Also, Keith David has hot breath. He's breathing hard. Kurt Russell's character is no longer breathing hard, and so you're not seeing his breath to indicate that he doesn't actually have body heat. Which a lot of people think that the alien, that's why it can freeze and still survive if it doesn't operate off of heat. And that's why heat can hurt it, because it doesn't necessarily have to have it. And so, like, there's all these theories. The craziest one I've heard is, I've heard it on another separate podcast. I've heard it in a lot of discussion, that there's actually, like, two aliens, like, fighting each other. Because there's a lot of counterproductive stuff happening with the assimilations, right? Like, they're not working together at points. Like, the guy that's, like, cut off by himself, but he's trying to build a ship and all this stuff. Like, there's not, like, working together. Which I think that just brings up that they don't work together. It's not like a hive mind. Yeah. But there's a lot of split. There's some theories that, like, one of them's trying to catch the other one and the other one's trying to escape. So the end of the movie is Kurt Russell, the cop alien, versus Child, the one that, like, couldn't get away kind of thing. Like, there's all these weird concepts.
Yeah.
I just wanted to know y'all's thoughts on it. Like, if you tried to look into it that much, like, when certain people got assimilated, if they did. Like, I just want to know your thoughts on it.
I think some of the stuff is probably just they didn't think about it. Like, oh yeah, we got to give you breath. It just didn't happen.
Really?
Yeah.
Because John Carpenter said in an interview that there's distinctly one survivor and one non. And he said, I know, but no one else should know, is all he said.
Right, but neither of them have breath, right?
Well, one does. One, you can see his breathing. He's
could.
That's what I'm saying. Child's, you can see it. And then it goes to Kurt Russell, and he just looks cold, but he's not, like, breathing hard.
Yeah.
And so you think it is Kurt Russell?
If that's what John Carpenter says, then yeah, he's the alien.
Well, he didn't say that. He didn't reveal who it was.
Well, he said there was one survivor, so it's got to be him. So, sealed.
Okay.
I cracked the case.
I don't know if you cracked the case. I think that's just your opinion. I just want to know your opinion.
Yeah, well, so initially I thought there was two options. Either they're both things because they weren't trying to kill each other.
Yeah.
And they were, like, speaking in code to each other. Like, oh, we're just going to die together. And
Yeah.
I got you. I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Right? And to give them
because it's not really death. It's resetting the cycle.
Right.
Like, eventually someone will come find us. And then,
Yeah, so that's what I thought initially. The two options is they're both the aliens because he gives them the drink, they smile at each other. Yeah. It's like, all right, cool, we'll see you later. Or they're both regular. And they're just like, well,
hey, we die, man.
This is it right here. Maybe somebody will come and find us.
And see, that was the vibe I always got, like, when I first watched it. Because, like, I don't want to live in a world where Kurt Russell's an alien, you know? But the more you watch it, you're like, oh, man. Like,
I think Kurt Russell's an alien.
Like, and that's what I talked earlier about, the people breaking down, like, how he starts operating different towards the end. But a lot of their examples are before the blood test, which he proves that he's not. And so I'm like, I think he's just getting his crap together. But then towards the end, he's trying to fight the thing all aggressively and stuff. And it's like, why would you do that if you knew you had the majority number. And so I don't know. I'm in the weird group that thinks if there is an alien, it's Childs. Keith David, because he disappeared for a hot minute.
Yeah.
But also, like a lot of people told me I'm crazy to have that idea.
There's just inconsistencies too with how long it takes to assimilate, right? Because with who was it? The Brimley?
Well, yeah, the guy that they had to put outside because he went crazy.
He wasn't a thing,
right?
Until later.
And then when they go talk to him, he's all calm. And he's like, "I want to come back in. I want to." Everyone thinks by then he's been assimilated.
Right, but he wasn't.
So there's a theory that he wasn't digging down to build the ship. Something dug up, assimilated him. And so there's a whole theory that he wasn't the one always working on the ship. So then it's like, okay, well, who was disappearing a lot? Who was like... And so there's a lot of thought-provoking, like, dissecting stuff with it.
Yeah.
You know?
What do you think? You haven't said anything.
Yeah.
I feel like he could have built the ship because we do see his alien, his thing, be half him and half dog.
Yeah. His hand goes in that dude's face.
Yeah.
I love that part.
Yeah. That's a fun bit.
And
his face is so
giving him
nonchalant about it,
diabetes.
too.
Yeah, he's like, diabetes.
And that was one of the things I was saying is like that seemed to take a while for the transformation to happen.
Right.
But if it happens with Kurt Russell or with Childs, like that seems to be fast.
Yeah.
So there's an inconsistency.
Childs was gone for a while.
Yeah.
Kurt Russell would be fast.
We don't know how long it was.
Because most of the movie is watching him, and so that's my argument. Is like, when would he been assimilated?
Yeah.
There's so many scenes that it's him.
Yeah.
So it's like, when would that have happened? Childs disappears for a while, and it still happens quick.
Yeah.
But not as quick if Kurt Russell got assimilated. Yeah. And so that's why I'm in the camp that it's like, I think it's Childs. Which they came out with a video game that's loosely connected to the movie about like a military team that comes in to investigate what happened at the base. Mm-hmm. And it's revealed in the game that like Childs was the alien and Kurt Russell survived. And like, but also John Carpenter already said that game's not directly connected to the film.
It's loose canon.
Right.
A glass cannon.
Which that might be him saying that just to keep up the mystery. Like, I don't know. But yeah, go back to you on your thoughts.
Well, I just think if he's part dog, then he could dig a hole. That's my entire reasoning.
I just think that he might have like done all that. I just think that's the best way to explain when he got assimilated. Like someone came up. He could have still built the ship and all, but I think someone came up.
Yeah.
I mean, he had no reason to build the ship other than like if he's
trying to get out of there
as an alien.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not saying he's not. I'm saying they go take him outside and put him in the cabin. Mm-hmm. He's definitely not the alien at that point because he went crazy and was trying to convince them that we all just need to cut off everything because we can't let this thing escape. He's destroying the vehicles, everything.
Yeah.
At that point, he's just a crazy dude. They put him in the building. Then later, they go talk to him, and he's all calm. He's like, I want to go back inside. I think by then he's assimilated. So my theory is someone came up the hole where they thought he dug down. I think someone came up, assimilated him, and then went down.
But they tested him, right? After they brought him in. They tested him and he was fine.
Did they?
Didn't they?
I need to go back and watch that.
Because the only one that came up,
I didn't think they got to it. I think they were like, after this test, we'll go test him.
No, they finished the test. Because they got to.
Well, they didn't finish because Palmer went crazy.
No, they did finish because they hadn't done Childs or the other guy yet, and they finished him off.
Right.
And then let him go.
And then they're like, all right, we'll go test this guy, and that's when they discover he's gone.
Oh, so that was after.
Yeah.
Okay, so then they never tested him.
But see, this is why I like talking about it. Like when do you think certain stuff happened? Like when did Palmer?
Yeah, I don't even know when Palmer. Unless that was when the dog, like he was the one that was visited by the dog.
And so there's that theory that the first one we see wasn't the first. Mm-hmm. It was the most recent. That's why he got caught. And that Palmer was the first. But there's all this stuff. That's why I like talking about it. Is like, because there's people, I mean, literally, they dedicate hours trying to break this down.
Sure.
And I'm like, I don't know if I have that enough time.
What was dog guy's name?
Carter.
Do we think that he got, like, since he was nice to the alien, it let him live for a little bit longer?
That's a cool theory. That it didn't assimilate him because it was like, I can use this guy.
Yeah, because, like, he's the only one that's like, you're a cool dog.
Because he's, like, licking on him.
Yeah.
And then, but they test that guy, and that's when they tell Kurt Russell, you're a murderer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never heard that before.
That was, I don't know. I was just thinking.
It just came out.
That's like the tarantula that protects the frog because the frog eats the ants.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, you're the scariest thing in the world. Yeah, but I love this dude. Yeah. Belly rubs and stuff. I've never had that.
Symbiotic relationship.
As soon as he rubbed the belly, he went, what is this? Oh my gosh, what is this? He starts doing the leg. He's like, what is this?
We need that alien story.
Like a comedic. Like, he legitimately was just vacationing and just trying to figure it out. And he's just like, I just got to get home. And he was like, I kind of like this guy, though.
I'm going to be a dog, I think.
I kind of like this guy.
Yeah, I thought for sure Carter was going to be an alien.
Yeah, him not being
when
one
they
was...
said he was, and I was like, nah, something. That test doesn't work. Because that's another thing, right? That maybe the test doesn't work.
Well, and yeah. Clark, not Carter. Clark.
Oh, Clark.
I looked it up because I was thinking, I was like,
Look at this.
Carter's
saying the wrong name the whole podcast.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. My boy. Disrespect the entire way through.
Yeah. Yeah, Dr. Cooper is the one that gets his hands chopped off.
Yeah.
Blair was the guy that they put outside. The doctor, the old man.
Also, Brimley is just the name of the actor of the 51.
Wilford Brimley.
Is it the 82?
Yeah, that's the diabetes guy.
Yeah.
And then Norris was, he was the one that, like, opened up and, like,
yeah.
And then Bennings was the one that we see be the thing first. Mm-hmm. But there's a whole theory that, like, Palmer really was, like, the real one, or him or Norris. Because Norris is acting weird. Like, he's weird, but also, like, you don't see a lot of stuff with him to indicate that he's not an awkward guy already. Mm-hmm. But then Palmer, he's going into the whole camp of, like, he's putting a lot of, like, suspicion on Windows and a lot of suspicion. So, like, a lot of people think it's Palmer because he's like...
The whole time.
Yeah, it's not me, man. Like... And so, I don't know. There's just a lot of fun theories. I love talking about it with different people because everyone has a different... Like, I've never heard the whole, like, no, he was keeping Clark alive because he could use Clark. Yeah. And I'm like, dang. Like, I've never heard anyone that's like, what if you had a pet human? And I'm like, crap. We texted the John Carpenter, and he's like, oh, no. Well, he's dead now. But he would be like, that's insane. How did you know? And I'm like, yeah, man.
Random podcast.
He just watched the movie in 2025.
I watched it today.
Crazy? Yeah. Bro, the movie's still holding up, man. But yeah, I love all of the theories with that of, like, when this stuff happened, why that person didn't get assimilated, how it actually works, right? Mm-hmm. You know, do you know you're assimilated so you can actually, like, you're lying, or, like, it's in you and you just don't know till it, like, which that would be terrifying.
Yeah, but you see that in the characters.
Some of them. But then Blair, he's, like, touching people's faces.
No, when they're trying to find out if they are a thing, right? When he's doing the hot wire.
Oh, they look terrified because they're like, "Am I?"
Once he does it and it doesn't do anything, they're like you can see them exhale.
Right, but that's how they feel. Does that mean it actually operates like that?
Yeah, no, I know. But you said because it would be terrifying. And I'm saying yes, it would be.
Yeah,
and we see it with them too.
Because it would be like, I mean, if that thing splashed up, I'd be like, kill me, guys. Like,
yeah.
I don't want to be that thing. You all of a sudden start turning. It's like, no, I didn't want to be this.
So a question is, with Norris, right?
Okay.
He's the one that opened. Right?
Yeah.
So a few scenes before, we see him going like, right? Like he's the one that's doing that. He's looking out the window and he's like,
Yeah.
Right? But nobody else does that.
Right.
So again, like, how does it work? And that's why there's so many questions, is because we don't know exactly how that
slowly assimilating from the inside out.
Yeah.
Right.
Or are there different ones that act different ways?
That's why I don't think Norris was the first one. I don't think the dog going in, that was Norris. I really think Palmer was first. And then Blair was definitely... Well, he wouldn't be last if I believe Childs was last. But Blair was the one that, like, towards the end, that's why he started being aggressive, because he was like, we're losing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, yeah, I think, and that's why I think, I don't know if you fully know until you're fully assimilated.
Yeah. It's like a...
Because remember, Norris passes out, and then they're trying to
And then he starts, actually.
And then it opens up, and so I think at that point, that's not Norris. Norris dies.
Yeah.
That was him falling over. And then now that thing is like, all right, well, I'll take it from here. And then it's just...
I'll take this head?
Yeah, and then...
But does that mean that, like, with everybody else, at some point, they passed out somewhere?
I don't know.
That's the question.
Right, because they got a lot of beds in there.
Because then how long are you passed out? Are you passed out for 30 seconds? Are you passed out for 20? For 20 minutes?
Yeah.
You know.
So there's a lot...
Makes a difference.
So there's a lot of theories that, like, there's a lot of people that think it depends on how it assimilates you, right? Mm-hmm. Like Blair touching you, all right, that's through touch. If it's through ingestion, then it can actually, like... So there's different things. Like Bennings, you see him he almost fully formed except his hands. Mm-hmm. And that's when they, like, burn him and stuff. But clearly, he was assimilated through touch, right? And so, like, there's a lot of stuff like that. Like, how does it get you,
Maybe
right?
the actual person, though.
Yeah.
Like,
because when Fuchs was reading Blair's notes, he says, I think everyone should prepare their own food and be by themselves and be, you know, instead of being in pairs, it's like, well, we would be safer by ourselves. Because if you're already assimilated, you're already assimilated.
Yeah,
and if you're not, but then it's like, well, we want to keep eyes on people. It's like, no, you can't. Like, you would have to just be like, no, I'm going to go to my room and no one's coming in my room. Right? Like,
so you're saying the guy in 51 had a point.
Yeah. That guy would have aced in 82. Just locked his doors. It's like, get away from me. Yeah. But yeah, no. There's just a lot of theories with this of like the when and where and the who at the end.
Yeah.
Right. I just wanted to know your guys' thoughts after watching it for the first time.
Yeah.
Because I watch this movie probably once a year, and so I'm always like looking.
It's like, what is this?
Yeah. Definitely a lot of questions in this movie. So you guys let us know your thoughts too.
Oh yeah, we are recording this.
We can keep this conversation going for a while.
Yeah, but I can't anymore. I just wanted to put the thoughts out there. We didn't talk more. Yeah.
That's Phantom for you again.
That's horror for you.